Alrighty chaps, I've gone and done it again. However, by accident, I've actually ended up with something quite good. So I was perusing Marketplace. This car has been on Marketplace in Adelaide forever, but it's been down south, like a long way down south, and I suspect that's why it hasn't sold. And I wanted it for this. You know, I need a bonnet, guards and things and pieces, and I've got that, but that's pretty trashed. But I wanted some parts for this, and I thought, oh, I'll just buy a whole car and an XA sedan. That's lots of good bits. So I went down there and looked at it, and I went, oh, it's a Fairmont, okay, yeah. Factory V8, okay, yeah. And then I bought it, and then I was loading it, and I went, hang on. There's a stripe there somewhere, so it faded. But it's on the door to here, right? So it's got a GS stripe, particularly quite prevalent there where it's still original. All the way along, faded. Right here. This is actually where I originally picked it up. I went, hang on, is this actually a GS? But mind you, this isn't the first bit I noticed. When I went to look at this car, I leaned in the window and I went, ooh, GS gauges, XA ones. And then I looked at it, and then, like, I've been studying this thing a while now that I've looked at it, and I was like, you know, I actually think this is a factory Fairmont GS. Like, you look at those gauges, and the patina matches up perfectly, like, and still got a tape player in it and things. You know, you could option a Fairmont GS without driving lights. I know you could. And I'm staring at one right now. So by sheer, I'm just going to say ours, I've actually managed to end up with what I believe, we actually sent the letter off to Ford for verification, but I've somehow ended up with a Fairmont GS factory V8. And what makes this car even better is the matching numbers engine is in the boot. And I have covered up the plates for some privacy, because, you know, one day I might want to have some, says the guy doing YouTube. Where's a screwdriver that will open it? There. Get. Come on. Here it is. There we go. There's the original engine. And somebody actually put grease down all the cylinders. There's 4 cylinder heads here. Apparently some springs. The original 2-barrel manifold. So I think I have landed, as Dad would say, on my feet. I mean, it's rusted the bottom out, but look at the boot corners. I mean, this one's the bad side. I mean, this guy pulled the vinyl roof off, apparently he said 15 years ago. I did actually find the rego sticker, and this car was last on the road in 2005, so it's been off the road for 20 years. And I'm going to call this a barn find, because it was in, let's be real, a barn. I didn't take any photos for privacy reasons, but it's fairly untouched. Obviously, he told me that this car, when he got it, somebody had put a top loader in it, things like that, but I looked at the codes, and this car's a factory 302 C4 car. There's the rego sticker, 2005. I'm tempted to pull this glove box out shortly and see if the build sheet's in there, because I don't think somebody's ever taken this dashboard out. Look at the guards. Nobody's undone those guards. Oh, look at that. The remnants of a gold GS stripe. And on side that door. These doors have never been off. Albeit they've got some big holes in them. But the car itself body shell wise is pretty spotless. I mean, lower rear quarters are gone, but you know, that's pretty minor. Like, if you want to start real nosying this car, I think I've landed, as Dad would say, like I said before, on my feet. Like, and they're the proper seats. Like, this is, look at that door trim. Still got the cap on it. Nobody's taken that door trim off. Radiator, exhaust panel, spare wheel. I mean, I think it's a fold down middle seat, if I'm correct. Yep, Fairmont seat. Somebody's taken the, look at the roof lining. I'm a little bit excited. I'm excited. But I reckon, I don't know what other people think, but we're waiting for the letter from Ford, but all my speculations tell me that this car is a GS, which, if you know your Fords, annoyingly though, this car, somebody's put lowered springs in it, so it's sitting really on its ass and looks terrible. But I've painted over the stripe a couple of times, obviously masked it up and then repainted. And you don't get a car to be like this old without it having a few paint jobs, but I don't think the front of that guard, at least the front of this car, has ever been painted. There's a few signs that says it's never been apart because it's, well, in one big piece. Shame about the bottom of that taillight panel is rotted out, but the boot lid's pretty well spotless. And magic. All four doors and the two front guards are rotted out. That's for damn sure. But both dog legs, both rear wheel arches, both sill panels, and both torque boxes are perfect. And I mean solid. So we have a, until we find out 100%, but I know straight off the mark that it's a factory V8 Fairmont XA sedan with GS gauges that I believe are factory fitted. And it's got a GS stripe, or the remnants of one. I was really happy because the photos on Marketplace were terrible. So I was like, and I looked in the window and, oh my god, GS gauges. So those are XA ones, by the way. They're proper ones. And smooth finish. And look how perfectly the patina matches. Like, nobody's taken that gauge cluster out or installed it. Look, even the clock's not faded. This is god awful. But it's just immaculate. The crash pad's a bit gone, but look at the roof lining. I mean, those seats are good enough to sit on. I'd sit on them. The console's missing, and the tunnel hump's missing. But there's a manual flywheel and a few bits and bobs. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start cleaning it, because I'm actually a little bit happy. Yeah, she's a bit sad in the doors, but I know a guy, or, you know, quarter skin on that and a quarter skin on that and lower skin on that, and you'd pretty well have it sorted, and you just blend this paint in. And I was going to part this car out when I originally bought it, but I've decided that I'm not going to do that anymore. But I'll catch you up once I've washed it. I'm just so keen to get a pressure wash on it and see what it looks like. Alright, so I'll pause here and then we'll look at it in a second. Everyone loves a good three-way, so I'm going to try this because it's iron decon, and I know this takes rust stains off, as evident by the Gemini. So I'm just like, where can I try it? I'll just do it here. On this head door. Can't make it any worse. Spray. Should turn purple pretty well straight away. It's also very good at getting crap off the car. Put on the glasses as well. You don't know what kind of crap's on this car. See if it gets rid of all the shit off the car. Might wreck the paint, but who cares? See what it does up there. I mean, it's meant for paint because it's designed to take shit off paint. But I'm hoping... Oh, there it goes. It's all the purple stains. It's eaten all the rust. Yes. Get off. Alright. I'll be back in a sec. Look at it. Eat that rust stains. Yeah. Probably going to take a few goings. But I'm really, really keen to just detail this car up and really see what I've got. You can see that it's, over time, it's had a bit of rust in it, and they've bogged and done the bottom half of the door and guard a few times. But they clearly have never done the top halves of the doors or the guards. Look at the GS stripe, you can see it clear as day. Well, I can see it clear as day because I'm looking at it. Couldn't believe it. Pretty excited. Fucking, I keep saying excited. I'm not Big Kev, I swear. I'm just happy. I'm just really happy. Alrighty. So the Bowden's products and a car wash and a few things has worked really well. You can actually see where the rust stains were because they're now shiny patches of paint. Obviously this is all, you know, surface rust, but it's the same as what my green XB had. And you can actually see the GS stripe there faded into it. But it's interesting, it's taken all the rust stains off, but it's left clean patches where they were. And it's done wonders to the boot lid, but gee, that needs another going over. That paint's really bad. But I think I'll run a buff over this car. I'm also thinking about if you can buy vinyl roof, of like slicing this here and just gluing on two halves. If that makes sense. Yeah, it won't look great, but it'll look better than that. Or clean it, I don't know. I might just put some new vinyl on it and just be done with it and leave half a roof. Like leave the middle and put two halves on. Because it's not rusty, it's just covered in glue. But I know for a fact that because that's a factory vinyl roof, there won't be any paint in the middle. Because you can already see that the paint's pretty thin. However, if you got yourself a dealership fitted vinyl roof, they do have paint under them. But you can also tell it's definitely a factory one because they haven't bothered to fix the lead join terribly well. A lot of file marks on it still. But this is washing up beautifully. I want to open that engine bay in a second. Open the bonnet. Look at the front. Look at it. Sexy. Oh my god, I just said an XA was sexy. Get the padded room. You can see why I wanted to buy this for a parts car for the coupe, because, hello, that's everything that the coupe is missing. This stupid thing had to go and be something quite desirable. Oh well. I haven't washed this side yet. You can see it all still working its way. A bit of a shame about this stuff. Somebody's obviously left something in and tried to open the boot lid. Well, we'll just keep on cleaning. I'm going to run a buff over it. I am totally doing that. I want to see what it will shine up like. I mean, obviously we'll have to do some rust repairs, but I stupidly think the coupe might have to go on the back burner for a little bit while I get this thing back into a running vehicle, because I can't pull this apart. I was going to, but then it's a bit too good. And I think it'll make, you know, like seriously, seal panels are spotless, dog leg wheel arch is good, torque box is good. If you put a guard section and two door sections and blended this patinaed look in, there'd be nothing wrong with this side of the car. You know, vinyl roof, windscreen molds back on, door sections guard, blended paint in, put standard springs in the back of it, put a V8 back into it, and you'd be laughing. And I think that's what we're going to have to do. Alright, I'm going to keep cleaning, and then I'll probably wrap up the video there as, look what I just bought. It's got a quality control sticker, well, stamp, still on it. I've been pressure washing it. You can see it's got the firewall and plenum chamber for the twin tags, and it's a single tag car. But yes, looking pretty cool. That's yeah, unbelievable. I love that stuff. So original. It's great when they're untouched. It's still got the flappy bits. Wow, it's even got a grommet around there. Still got the paint. Nobody's rattle canned that. Oh, I think I just wrecked that. Oopsies. Pretend you didn't see that. Yeah, so this is on the XB changer. Well, not the XB changer, but when they were starting to change bolts. So it's got the later style bolts in it. We're at early style bonnet bolts. So they're in the changeover period right now. Look at that. I thought that was grease. That's black paint down there from when they did the underside of the car. And clearly, over there, they didn't get much paint down there. Obviously there's a bit of water going in the car because the firewall's a bit disconnected there, but look at the plenum chamber. Utterly perfect, not a hole to be seen. Alright. Keep cleaning. Just buff later. Well, I mean, I didn't buff the whole thing, I just gave it like a half-assed going over, but pretty cool. I don't know if this will buff up because this is crappy paint, and original paint always buffs up beautifully. Shiny, shiny dough! Shiny, 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 shiny dough! Beautiful colour. Pretty damn snazzy. Oh, I've been degreasing, but I did this while I was waiting for the degreaser to do something. It could be another patina queen coming up. Well, chaps, I'm going to round it out there. I'm feeling pretty knackered for the day, considering I've driven halfway around the world to get this car. And I've just, as you can see, I've buffed the front half of this bonnet, and I'll buff the back half and the top and the other guards and stuff tomorrow. And then we'll get a real idea of what I've purchased. But damn, she's starting to look good. Been across the top of the bar. Like, I don't know why people keep, like, I don't know how many cars I've come across why the headlights are missing. Anyway, I've got to try and chase down what looks like the headlight bucket. I mean, I've got those bits over there. I might be able to use them on this, but I'll have to find some odds and ends and get some globes and stuff because it looks terrible without headlights. It's like the thing's had its eyes stabbed out. But yeah, I think we're going to start a mission of putting this car back together. What do you reckon? Yeah? It's a bit of a sidestep from that. I really need to clean up that area. It's a bit of a pigsty, but it was pissing down the other day, so you get that on big jobs. So I've got Landau to go. This is taking a bit of a sidestep. This was, and I mean, I bought this solely for that. And if this wasn't what it is, then I would have had no hesitations on turning it into parts for that. Like, when I first saw this car, I'll give you the whole story. I saw this and I was like, XA sedan. That'll give me everything I need for the coupe. Then I find out it's a factory V8 and I was like, damn it. And then it's a Fairmont. I'm like, that's alright, that'll be good pieces. And then we find out that it's a GS. I will confirm that, but I'm pretty damn confident it is. Just because of all the little telltales. But yeah, and now I'm pretty well. And actually, what initially screwed me was when the dog legs and rear arches and the sill panels and top boxes went rusted, and most of the boot channel was still there. And the car is actually pretty straight. Like, I'm sure people have seen them where these are all rusted out all the way up here. Gone all the way. I mean, it's gone on the outside, but this side's alright. So it's too good to wreck. I wouldn't dare run an angle grinder through this thing. I'd never use an angle grinder anyway. I'd use a recip saw because they're far safer. Anyway, chaps, I hope you loved this surprise episode. And I'm going to just keep cleaning and reassembling as we go. So, bit of a side step, but still cool. See you around.